As you guys know, over the last couple of years now, I've been working my way through my very giant pattern stash and really critically looking at the things that I've bought over the years, the things that I've been gifted, things that I've made and things that I would like to make, trying to kind of, not that I don't have the storage space for all of these patterns, but I want to try and be very thoughtful about the patterns that I'm keeping in my collection and the ones that I actually think I would wear once I've made them up, because we all know that the idea that you have in your head and the thing that actually gets made might not actually be the same thing in real life. I am onto the jumpsuit section of my pattern collection. It is a little larger than I thought it was going to be, and I have this love-hate relationship with jumpsuits that I think most people have. They look fabulous. They're an alternative to a dress in a one and done kind of, like, you put it on and you've got an outfit kind of a way, and I think look absolutely fabulous. And then you end up like this meme in the bathroom and it's never the most fun. I do have quite a few jumpsuits, and I do have both my knit and my woven jumpsuits in this particular section. Usually I separate my patterns out by woven or knit, but this time I've got both in one section because there's not that many of the knit variety. Yeah, I love them and hate them at the same time, but it hasn't stopped me making them, and it doesn't stop me wearing the ones that I've got. So let's have a look at the patterns and see if there are any that I should destash or any that I should put to the top of my to be tried list. First up, we have the Vogue 9075. I don't know about you, but like I've put this in the jumpsuit section because the dress is so simple. Like, it's a gathered skirt, so to me it's definitely more about the sort of trouser side of things than it is the dress skirt side of things. I think the bodice is going to be really simple and easy to make, and it would be a great one for larger prints because there's obviously only the two princess seams on the front and the back breaking it up. I think the trousers would be really interesting. Yeah, I like this one. I do like a wide leg trouser, so I can imagine this one also being made into specifically just trousers if I end up liking it, which is something that I have done in the past. So that one's staying. Next we have a knit. This is McCall's 7864. I think I used this for a Get the Look for Less video. I can't remember exactly which designer it was. It was from Net-a-Porter. It was a white background, pink flowers on it, I think. Can't remember, but it was the cape kind of detail that I really liked. This one, again, it's got the dress version, but I put it into the jumpsuit side of things because I would 100% not wear it as a dress, especially as the dresses without the kind of like cape over the top are not necessarily a halter neck. So yes, words are hard, I know what I mean. They're halter neck, so I wouldn't be able to wear my usual bras with them. I think D is epic and I kind of want to try it. It recommends at least 35% cross-grain stretch, sequin knits, velvet knits, interlock jersey, and a tricot lining. I kind of want to try this one. This one is staying. We have another knit. This is McCall's 8028. I think I put this one in because I had seen some loungewear, I think, on Pinterest, and I was just like, ooh, yeah, that would be amazing. I could totally make that and it would be really comfortable. And it probably would be, but I probably would feel frumpy in it, and that's just a me feeling. I also have the Doe Sirocco, which basically for me is the same kind of thing. It's super comfy, so I think this one is actually going to get destashed. It's if I didn't have the Sirocco, I'd keep it, but I do, and I think I would prefer the Sirocco over this one, so this one's going. Next we have another McCall's 7577. This one I bought because it just immediately reminded me of Zimmermann, especially obviously the View A that is on the envelope. I don't wear shorts. I do not have legs that look like this lady's. I would love to have legs that look like this lady's, but yes, no, I do not. It does come with a long trouser option, which is probably what I would go for, but in my head those giant sleeves as well as the long trousers is just getting into kind of like evening territory for me. I'm gonna keep it because I absolutely love this pattern, and like I say, it reminds me of Zimmermann and I want to wear something like this. I actually wear shorts in the winter, not that I have for ages, but I put tights on and put shorts and boots on in the winter and actually love that look, and I could see myself with the right fabric doing something like that. So I'm keeping this one. I'm keeping it for like the girl that I want to be rather than who I actually am, and if I would truthfully wear this version of it. But I can see myself winterizing it, wearing it with some of my amazing boots and actually enjoying that. So this is kind of like hypothetical dream me. But it's a lovely pattern, so I'm keeping it. Next we have McCall's 8009. There is actually a sew along on the channel for this one. I really loved the version that I made from this, but I haven't kept it because it's an Empire line. The waist on this is in the blouson part of the trousers. Also, it was incredibly low cut and boobtastic, and I ladder stitched the previous one together, but it was something that I would fundamentally change about the pattern. I would raise up the neckline, and I like a boobtastic dress, so there's a lot of things that I would change about this. I did make it with changeable bottom of the hems. I made it so that I could either have it loose or have it tied. It was elastic with a built-in safety pin into the actual thing that I did, and I really liked having both options. Do like this one. I've not made it since I made that initial one. I want to make a bunch of changes to it. I think I'm going to keep it because I do like the bodice, and like I say, if I do the changes to it that I want to do and reproportion it, I think I would like it more. So this one is potentially going to get tried again. Next we have McCall's 8101. This is absolutely gorgeous. I'm keeping this for the bodice, not for the trouser options of this one. I don't think I would enjoy the trouser options of this on me, but I absolutely love the bodice. I think that is gorgeous, and I want to try that and put a skirt on it. To me that looks very Dolce & Gabbana, especially with some of the fabrics that I've got, so I'm keeping this one, but it's probably for the bodice only. I don't think the trousers are for me. Next we have a Laura Ashley for McCall's 7963. Again, this really screams Zimmerman-esque to me, and I love the idea of this one. And actually I like the idea of View B, which she's wearing, but this would be for a very specific scenario because View B has a lace-up back. This would be a beach side cover-up. I've come off of the beach with my bikini on, and I just want something to throw on over the top for a pre-dinner drink kind of a thing. I love that I have such a vivid imaginary world. I mean, the last time I went on holiday was 2019. But yeah, this one I can see myself making if I do ever get to go on a holiday again for that very specific purpose, and in the right fabric I think it could look epic, so I'm keeping this one. This next one I can't believe I haven't tried yet. It's McCall's 7167. It is gorgeous. I am going to, if I ever make it, make D or C. I think A and... does it have a different option? A and B? Yeah, A and B are lovely, but the back is a crossover back which would not allow for me to wear a bra. That could be quite cool as a kind of something to wear over a shirt, for example, or a body that's got a shirt attachment to it. I do have a couple of those patterns, but I just don't think that it would, in that form A and B, be worn enough. It would be C or D that I would make it in. This one's saying I like this one. Next up is Butterick 6600. This is one of their, what I've christened wardrobe patterns. It's all for knits. Again, I have seen somebody make this up and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, I am talking myself into taking up swimming again. I haven't swum for years, and swimming for exercise rather than just for kind of like floating around in a pool because it's hot outside, because I live in the UK and it's not really, I mean, this summer notwithstanding, it's not usually very hot outside, and I don't have a pool. But I'm thinking about joining the local gym who do have a pool, and I can see this being the kind of thing that would be perfect for me to wear to and from the gym for swimming. It's got a drawstring waist. It would be really easy to slip on and off. Yeah, this one's staying. Again, my vivid imaginary life where I do all these amazing things. We shall see. Next up is Simplicity 9097. It's a Mimi G. This is a very good dupe for a Zimmerman jumpsuit. They did it in a purple corduroy, I think. I absolutely love it. It is a halter neck, which means that I would be wearing it as a layering piece for something underneath, or attempting to put in some kind of straps at the back that would then cover my bra, which I don't think would be too difficult. I mean, it wouldn't be easy, but I don't think it would be the most difficult thing I've ever attempted. So I really want to keep this one because I like the idea of attempting to make this, but again, imaginary Sian's life is a lot more exciting than realistic Sian's life. Then we've got the Simplicity 8447. These are epic. I don't know if I would ever wear them. I don't know that I want to destash them either. I like the idea of having these, and you can make them as just trousers, or you can put the bib on to have them as overalls. I'm wondering if you can possibly even make that so it's a detachable bib, so you have both options. I like the shirt as well, although not with the little hood on it. That's a step too far for me, but yeah, that one's staying. This one is Simplicity 7861. If I remember correctly, the purchase of this was facilitated by the very lovely Michelle. I found it on Etsy, and the seller would only send with inside of the US, and so Michelle let me have it sent to her, and she sent it on to me. I actually saw somebody on Instagram make this up in Australia in a spotlight banana satin, and I was hooked. I was like, yeah, I need that. They elongated view 3, this one here, the yellow one, and made it full length jumpsuit. Love this. Haven't made it yet. Really want to give this a try. Next up we have the Josie playsuit and jumpsuit. It was the Craft Network sewing patterns. It was a free with a magazine. This one is one of those ones where I keep thinking I'm not going to wear this, and then I see somebody has made it up and I'm like, oh, actually maybe I would. I think I prefer view B, but without the elastication at the ankles. I think that's what's happened, is that I've seen it on somebody else and they've done that modification and I really liked it. So yeah, that one's staying. We have some Gertie patterns. This one's signed. It's the Jane set with the original packaging. I've not made this yet. I want to give it a try. I want to work out what undergarments and support garments that I would wear with this before I do give it a try, so this one is staying. Then we have the Holly jumpsuit from By Hand London in the original packaging. Again, I really like this. It's got the little strappy one, has a cowl neck. I think that's gorgeous. And yeah, I haven't made it. I'm keeping it, but I haven't made it. I probably will at some point in the future, maybe, but yeah, keeping it. Next is one I have made, the Deer and Doe Sirocco. I love this pattern. I've never made the short version because, again, don't overly love my legs, and I have played around with the proportions of the actual version that I've made. I cinched in the ankles. I did like the smallest size at the ankles so that it looked more like this illustration than the original. The original very first one I did in a turquoise ponte, and everybody was like, oh, it looks like Star Trek pajamas, and it did. So I've futzed with the sizing on this. I've also made the waistband 2 inches rather than an inch because I needed to add the length to the torso, and the initial one I put it in here and it didn't look right, so I've made a wider waistband which works better for me. Yeah, love this. Keeping this. Have made a few, will make more. Worn one of those for ages actually, mind you, it's not been cool enough to. Next up we have Vogue 1647 Paco Peralta. This is beautiful. It's very simple, very elegant. I really like the detailing on the bodice, although you obviously don't have to put that in. It's seamed, so you can put the extra binding detail on if you wish to. Nice wide leg trousers. They've got darts at the back. There's no extra floof at the front. I really like this. So yeah, that one's staying. Then we have another one that I've made, and there is a sew along on the channel for. It's the Now and Then beach pajamas. I think these are absolutely epic, and these are great for very warm weather, and I have worn both of my pairs of this quite a few times over the hot weather because they are loose enough that it's nice and breezy. There is some shaping with the way that it ties, but it's not too tight and too restrictive in high heat. So yeah, love this. Keeping this. This is staying. The last 3 are all So La-Di-Da patterns. The first one is the Gertie Jane sewing pattern, which is very similar to the Jane pattern. So if you have this or the Jane pattern, I wouldn't say that you need to buy the other one. Again, I need to work out some kind of support undergarments so that I can wear strapless things comfortably for me. I haven't yet found a strapless bra that I like, and at some point I will get around to making something like that, or a corselet or corset or something along those lines. But yeah, I'm keeping this one. And then I have the Margo and the Margo add-on. So the Margo sewing pattern is absolutely amazing. I've seen quite a few people make this up and it's gorgeous. So there are some amazing examples out there, and yes, I definitely 100% want to try this one. And then the Margo Princess is a different bodice add-on that you can get to go with the original pattern. So you can't have this just by itself, you need this one for this one to then go with it. This one, I like the idea of it, but I think I prefer the bodice on this one. But this one I wouldn't need specific lingerie to make this one work, because this one covers everything up that I would want. I'd be able to wear a strapped bra with this one basically. So yeah, these are staying. So out of all of those patterns, I'm only destashing one, and only because it is such a similar vibe to something that I already own and have tried and like better. So at least I have been buying patterns that really do speak to me and that I like, so you know, that's a positive. And there were quite a few in here that I've made. There are some that I'm desperate to try, and there are some that Fantasyland Shan would wear all the time, but I don't do those kinds of trips very often, or those events and excursions very often. So yeah, I'm not sure that they actually ever will get made in the iteration that I am envisioning them in, but I do love the pattern enough that I want it to stay in the stash. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Am I keeping ones that you think I should destash? Are there any in here that you've tried that I haven't? Do you think I should keep this one? Is it different enough to the Sirocco and the other knit jumpsuits that I've got in here that I should keep it, or would you like it? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you've enjoyed this video, you might want to check out this one here.